Hi again, I'm Mark. I'm the Amateur Cowboy, and today is July the 18th of the year 2012. I mention that because a good friend of mine died exactly a year and a day ago, a man by the name of Jeff Seal, who was a local horse trainer, software sales guy, barn manager here in the Boulder area. He was managing Academy Stables over at Jasper in 287 when he died, unfortunately, at a young age of about 40. And so I just wanted to say, Jeff, I'm thinking of you. But we're here today, again, me and my horse Bull here, and I wanted to do 4 things today, and this will have to be 4 separate segments, but this is kind of the introduction to that. There's just so many things you can do with your horse. It's really endless, and so sometimes giving people some ideas of things they can do is a good thing, and you know, I've learned these from other people. I didn't make them up. So what I want to do today is the first thing is getting good forward impulsion on the ground doing circles. Bull can be a little bit lazy, as you can see. He loves to run, but he'd just as well stand there all day long if I'd let him. So the way that manifests itself sometimes doing little circles is he'll say, yeah, okay, I'll go in a circle if you want me to, but I'm not getting that forward drive, that impulsion, and I want to get that. And so I'll talk more about how I'm going to try to work that in when we get to that. But essentially, the go is going to be quite a bit of emphasis right at his drive line, right around here. So as he starts to move forward, he's going to realize he's got to get all this body out of the way, because I'm going to keep coming at that same spot. I'm not going to move forward with him as he moves, but let's say I put the whip here, he moves forward a foot, so he's up there now, but I'm going to be hitting the same spot, so it might be here. He should learn real quick that he's got to get out of the way or he's going to get smacked by that thing. Now it's important to understand, I'm not doing this with emotion. I'm not going, get forward, you horse. No, there can't be any of that. And so I'll have to work to make sure that I control that. The second thing I want to do with this horse is just test him out getting onto a tarp on the ground. It's a little breezy today. I'm going to have to figure out some way to sort of weight a tarp down. But I want to make sure I can get him to, without any emotion or fear on his part, just walk right up on that tarp, stop, and stand there, you know, to a count of 5 or so. And then I might even take that tarp after he's got that down and see if I can put it up on his back, fling it around, you know, without him lifting his head or moving his feet. I've done a fair amount of that with him before. I think he'll be okay there once we get through the first little bit of it. The next thing I want to do is see if I can get him to actually jump the barrels that I've got over here. I don't think you can see them, but I've got a couple barrels, and I'm going to line them up, and I want to give him an out so he doesn't have to jump them. But if I can get him to show a little curiosity and go up to those barrels, maybe he'll sniff them and so forth, and I'll reward that by backing off all pressure. Then if he wants to back up or turn around, that's fine, because that first step of showing that curiosity and going up to those barrels, that's a big thing, and I want to make sure that I reward him for that. Now you can see right here, I've lost his attention. Now even though I'm not talking to him, I'm talking to the camera. There. I do want his attention at all times when I'm with him. One way you can get a horse that is a looky-loo to kind of pay attention to you is surprise him a little bit. I don't mean scare him, but go up and give him a job to do real quick and maybe change it up so that, here comes some sirens, he'll probably wonder what that is. But if they're always thinking about, hey, what's Mark going to do next, then they'll start to pay attention more. That's where groundwork really can help you in your communication with your horse. And then the last thing I might do is I've got this exercise ball. You've probably seen this kind of thing before. It looks weird to a horse. Well, there's foot traffic back there. And of course that gets his attention. Then I want him coming right back to me, and knowing that I've got my eye on him. But these exercise balls look kind of weird. They make weird sounds. They feel weird. I mean, horses aren't used to seeing these big bouncy balls. And so, there. Good job, buddy. So we'll do a few things with that. And again, if I can get him to, maybe I put the ball on the ground, let him go up to it, sniff it a little bit. That's a good first step to that kind of thing. So that's the preamble. I'm going to put my saddle on him. I don't think we'll record that, but I like to have the saddle on him for some of these exercises, especially if I can get him to jump those barrels, you know, feeling those stirrups kind of flopping around on him. He's so used to that it won't bother him, but I think it'd be good to have that on. And I'm proud of my saddle and like to show it off. So there, with that, we'll get going, and you can tune into the next video and see the first step of this process. I'm Mark, the Amateur Cowboy. Get saddled.